Good morning. Hi, guys. How are you? Good morning. Happy Friday. Good to see you, Beth. River had his birthday yesterday. He's come in here for the activation because he's going through a healing, and he knows where to come for the frequencies. This it works for animals. It works for trees. It works for orchids. I have an orchid plant that I was working with, talking to. It works for everything. If you are created and you're here and beyond here, frequencies are what generate you. You are created of frequencies, so everything can come back into balance. And there are many people who've forgotten that, we're constantly renewing ourselves, our bodies. I believe we create every cell in the body is within a year is we create a brand new body. We create a brand new body every year. And so if we can intercept the programming, hi, Jennifer, hi. If we can intercept the programming, so the mental construct, which we've been, brought into since we took our first breath, which is, all these things about aging, about disease, about what to be afraid of, about following, advice from anything outside of ourselves. But if we're creating a brand new body every year and we got out of the way, we just stepped out of all the programming and started running a higher program, so a higher frequency, where it's like anything's possible. I'm safe. I'm held in love. I'm eternal. I'm already healed. I'm already abundant. It's already done. If we started holding those programs, we would see, good morning, Linda. Everything shifts so much. The way that we look out into the world would change. We would soften. We would be able to serve more. We would have more energy to really help, because we're not constantly just trying to keep our head above water. And so there are many people right now who are just struggling to maintain equilibrium at a very base level. But that's why I love this work so much, is that it's literally like we flick a switch, which is like, yeah, now we're going into the higher frequency. We're going to drop all the things that aren't us anymore. And we're going to come into what is our birthright, what is truly us, which is, powerful creator beings. That's it. So I invite you all to one on Sunday. It is such a beautiful space, like an incredible community is there. And we always, at the end of it, send out healing across the planet. We bring in our loved ones. We bring in people we know who are suffering, and we send that intentional, unconditionally loving frequency to touch the hearts of everybody so they too can feel themselves again. It's about connecting. So one is a beautiful place to, first of all, connect with yourself really, really deeply and feel like overflow, and then extend your hand, out to the world, because the world is waking up, but it's a bit slower than I thought it would be. When I started doing this, I guess 8 years ago, I thought, oh, everyone's just going to jump in to know themselves again, but everyone's on their own timeline and their own journey. And what everyone desires is different than like what I desire, which is to really know myself, is different than some people just want to feel less anxious, or they want to release their cancer, and then they're like, okay, now I'm good. And that's beautiful too. Like that is really, really beautiful and very meaningful. So one's for everyone. And I would suggest, if you haven't already, just to try it out. Okay, we're going to get going, guys. This is all about increasing our perspective. So we can see there are more possibilities available for us. And if we're in the lower frequencies, the lower rungs, which is lack, struggle, fear, control, if we're in those lower frequencies, it's very hard for us to see all the options. But as we increase our frequency bandwidth, we can start to, everything loosens up and our perspective shifts. So we can, like being at the top of the mountain, where we can look around and see the whole view. We want to have the whole view of what's possible. And that's really what we're doing here, is getting the whole view. So let's get to a mountain range. Let's go to a mountain peak and increase our perspective. So as we take a deep breath in, standing at the bottom of the mountain, your mountain, create it in your mind's eye, in your heart. Create your mountain. It can be a mountain range, or it can just be one beautiful peak that you're going to land on. So really feel the ground that you're on, connecting to presence, connecting to the earth. We're in partnership with the earth while we're here, while we're alive, while we're in the physical. We want to be really connected. There's so many modalities that take you out of your body, including like ayahuasca, all those things. They actually grab you and take you out of your body. And that's why, you have to be really strong to do something like that. And I don't recommend it. I've never done anything like that. But from what I can see, you don't want to be snatched out of your body. You want to stay in your body. That's the whole point. Embodied. So feeling yourself connected to the earth. Feeling the breeze. And just taking note of where you're at. How was your week? How are you doing? What are your thoughts? Are you holding yourself in love? Some of us exhausted. Some of us going through a deep healing. Some of us going through a deep release. Some of us are just off the charts, just connected and feeling really solid. We're all the different things. We're here for it. We're here for it all. We're just taking a snapshot of where you're at. Because we need to know that awareness. We need to know what we want to release, right? We need to feel it, to know it, to call it out. So as we take a deep breath in, we're going to land on top of the mountain. It's way, 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 way up there, past the clouds. It's way up there. We want that. We want to come into full perspective, 360 degrees, full perspective of what is available for you. So we never feel stuck again. In fact, we feel exhilarated by the possibilities. And we start to play with our creativity. So as we take a deep breath in, 1, 2, 3, like that, landing on top of the mountain. There you are, top of the mountain. It's cooler. Just feeling your feet anchoring into the mountain. Feeling, as you do that, feeling the wisdom of the mountain. So solid. A great symbol for us to be unwavering as far as our connection, our choice to stay connected to ourself and not get pulled in to someone or something else's drama. And also not allowing, so the mountain, not allowing another mountain to push into it. The mountain is the mountain. And we want to stay like this too. Solid, wise, unwavering, filled with wisdom. So really feeling that. Now as we peer out, it's like an eagle-eye perspective. To the south, you've got more mountains. To the west, you've got the expansive ocean. Just the vastness, the ocean showing you how vast it is and how vast you are. There's no end in sight. The ocean is never stuck. To the north, most beautiful landscape, far as the eye can see. As you look up, an eagle soaring overhead. So easily soaring, no effort, just gliding above you. It's in the pocket, in flow state. So here we are feeling solid, like a mountain, vast, like the endless ocean, the ocean of possibilities. Never to be tricked again, to think that there's no options. It's all we are, is possibilities. So really feeling that in your heart. And just seeing the exquisiteness of this earth, our beautiful playground. Some of us ready to change our location, to experience a different part of the earth. But no matter what, being really comfortable exactly where you are today, because you have this higher perspective. Let's get quiet for a moment as we take it all in. Eagle above us, ocean, the meadows, the mountain. Just taking in all this wisdom and perspective. What if I were to tell you you're even more than this? Let that sink in. Let's get quiet. So feeling so much light within you. It's like you've flipped the switch. From questioning to just being. Here for life. Here to love. Here to enjoy. And really feeling that. And locking that in, this higher perspective, so you never forget. When someone or something, or even yourself, tries to make you small again, push you into fear, just remember your mountain. Remember your power. Remember these 360 degrees of possibilities. And find comfort in that. And noticing the light all around you while you're on top of this mountain. So the light of the ocean, the light above you where the eagle's flying, the light below you. That's coming from you. That's very natural. So never dimming on light again. Just choosing to hold. And watch how people feel safe around you. They find comfort in your words. Because you're showing them who we all are. Because we are all connected. So when we thrive, others have a greater chance of thriving too. We're all in this together. So as we take a deep breath in, we're going to come back to wherever we are. So 1, 2, 3. In the physical, just landing wherever you are. For me, actually looking out at the mountains. But for you guys, wherever you are. Some people in the city, some people in the countryside, some people inside, some people outside. For some people, it's nighttime. How you guys doing? Feeling? It's all about perspective, guys. It's all about perspective. Friday. Do you guys have any questions or comments? Happy to answer any. You do? Mhm. Yes, you had a message come. I am God or the universe. I am creator. So we we aren't creator. Um, so we are fractals of creator. So um, we are a part of creator from what I can see. So we are cut from that same cloth, but we are not the creator itself. We are part of that oneness. The creator came into form first, and then we splintered um, off from that base and became creator beings. So, yes, I mean, I guess we could say originally, like we splintered from creator. So we could say that we are creator, but I see ourselves as all, living fractals in a different expression of creator. So, yeah, we're the same thing. And we're taking a look at ourselves from a different vantage point. And some people are, looking at themselves from a really hurt vantage point, and some people are in their power. And remembering in all different incarnations, we come in differently. We always come in differently. And, this time, this is what you're experiencing. But if it's hardship or suffering, you can come back into your creator being, where you just literally remember that, yes, felt a part of it. Exactly. Um, just so all the possibilities, exactly. So similarly, I feel amazing. Thank you. I get that it's all about perspective intellectually, but can a shift in perspective be the foundational piece to creating a shift in life? I'm asking because I've done this recently and I'm wondering, can it be this easy? Yes. Yes, it is. So it I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's simple. You just have to literally get out of the way. And like I said, it's like flip the switch and just say, oh, I'm a creator being, or oh, I'm now standing on the mountain peak and look at this. Oh my God, how could I have thought that I was stuck before? When all of this, it's like, if you don't like where you are, you see now that you can change it. And so so yes, it's a real thing. That's the whole point here. It's real. And that makes me really happy. I feel like it's so easy that it may not be actually true, and that perspective can change life. It's too easy. Well, that's a trick too, because as we break free, whatever those control sources are that have controlled people into mental instability, have controlled people into disease, into all the spaces of lack, that control, it wants you to think this is too good to be true. It wants you to think that's not possible. So people will come once to one, and they'll feel amazing. They'll feel amazing, and they're like, their hearts are just like woo, and they'll say, I'll see you next week, Kaya. I'll see you next week. Like, that was amazing. And then something comes in and says, that wasn't real. Get back to your normal life. Um, who do you think you are? You're a dreamer. That's not possible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the whole point is that you have to stay with it. And I always say to people, it's a process. You have to keep coming back and not get distracted and not listen to those voices that say it's not possible. Whether that's a family member or it's, an internal voice that's actually not your own. We really have to be vigilant around that. And that's why we use the mountain today. The mountain is just so strong and wise. And that's you now. No, no more. No more of that waffling. I'm going to be in it. And it is that simple. And so that's why I couldn't wait to share the good news with everybody, because it's like, oh my God, when I came into this, it's like, what? All along, I thought there were times I thought I was in a corner and I wasn't. So this week, a friend took his own life, and coming here each morning has been extremely powerful. I'm very grateful for this space. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Asia. There's going to be many people who do that, because what's happening in the world right now is that the two shall not meet. So people are making choices. They're going to be like, I'm either going to grow. So I'm going to grow. I'm starting to understand that there's more. And I can, every day, even if it's a tiny little step, even if it's a breath, you know, to grow, to expand, to know more and not retract. And then there are a lot of people who are choosing to retract and to pull away. And I've experienced that a lot in my life. People who retracted and they exited, and that's not wrong either. So it's not wrong what your friend did. It's just that was his choice, what he wanted to do in this lifetime. But it's never over. And remember that it's never over. It's over right now. And, because of the work you're doing, you can actually connect with him in the quiet. You could just, put your hands on your heart and connect with him. So many hugs to you, Asia. Exactly. Yeah. Many hugs. We're all going to go, but it doesn't have to be violent, and it doesn't have to be because of hopelessness. When we've chosen the space of growth, we can literally just take our last breath and just exit the building, like exit this reality. And a lot of people think, when they take their own life, that that's what they're doing, but that's not what they're doing. It's not what they're doing. And so, the good news is that, there's always a second a second a second chance and a second coming. There's way more than seconds. It's just eternal, our opportunities. So I know many people, I've met many people, and I knew them before and I know them now in their reincarnation. And that's a real thing from what I can see from my vantage point. So watch for that too. So any other questions, guys? So I think that's the inspiration today, is that it's never over. Uh, there's always options. There's always an opportunity for growth. We're never lost. We may be temporarily confused and feel lost, but the higher part of us is always watching over us as we try to figure out this space. And remembering that this is, to me, the most challenging space of all to be, and we're all here. And so we make the most of it, we make the most of it by getting really clear and no longer running what is not true. So remember, we're safe, we are loved, we are abundant, we are whole, and all is well. And we're here to live life. Okay? All right, guys. Beautiful weekend. I'll see you all wherever I see you.